Flash games. So last week I took a look at some Animal Crossing Flash games. I took a look at 2 of them. This week I thought I'd go over my top 10 favorite Flash games. You have to remember these are mine. My favorite top 10, not like objectively the best. Now I want you to remember that you can play all of these games on my website, link below or in the description if you want to check them out, because I'm cool like that and I back up Flash games because Adobe Flash might die. I know you guys have left a lot of comments about that. If you're curious, I have a YouTube video about it. Yeah, watch that and you can see what I mean. Flash games were always fun, whether it was at school through a proxy or an alternative to the bigger game that you couldn't afford at home. I remember there was a period of time when my PS3 was broken, so I just played Flash games for like a year or two. This was in like 2007 or something. And then I later figured out that the PS3 wasn't broken, I just had it on the wrong video settings, so it didn't work with my TV. King Papega. If Lucy is Queen Papega, I'm definitely King Papega. These games were free to play, which certainly helped with their popularity. Some of these games everyone would know the name of simply because you could play a Flash game in a free lesson, like history or something, because no one liked history, right? Sorry if you liked history. Now, although the mobile scene has sort of taken over the role of what Flash games once were, namely like a bunch of free games that you can play. I mean, mobile's even better because you can play it on the go, right? But regardless, I'd like to remember the games that evoke the strongest memories and that still stand the test of time today. Some of these games are great fun even now, and some of these games were the inspiration for a bunch of later games that came out on mobile. Like Bloons Tower Defense originally started off as a Flash game. The thing that was so cool about Flash was it gave everyone an opportunity to make a game. Now, nowadays, that's way more commonplace with things like Super Mario Maker and Little Big Planet. But if you wanted to make a game in like the 00s, you better use Flash. You better know how to use Flash. Because everyone could make a game, you had some of the weirdest, most niche games. Like a game where you literally have to make a guy fall downstairs, or destroy a computer, or spank the monkey as hard as you can. It's a real game. Spank the monkey. It's the name of the game! I'd love to hear what your guys' top 10 favorite Flash games are. I'd love to hear what Flash games were missing from my list that you think are must-haves. I'm leaving out multiplayer games like Habbo or Club Penguin or 8-Ball Pool. I already have videos for all of those that you could check out on my channel if you would like. So this is just like single-player experiences, games you could go play on my website right now. So without further ado, in no particular order, except for maybe my top 3, which is kind of in order. My top 10 favorite Flash games! Alright, we're kicking off the list with Tanks. Now, I sort of lied when I said single player games because Tanks is primarily a multiplayer game. It's sort of like Worms, honestly, but with tanks. You can upgrade your tanks, you can shoot each other. Great co-op fun. I'm sure you probably played it at school with your mates. Whack out a quick game between lessons and you'll learn to hate your friends. And physics, I guess, because like stuff arcs, and I guess this game kind of did teach you a bit at the same time, huh? So yeah, it's sort of like a free version of Worms. I'd give it a go. It's best played with multiple people, but you can play against the computer and sort of, you know, refine your skills for when you want to decimate your opponents when they come over to your house, which I doubt is ever going to happen except for me. I don't think anyone's going to play these games with their friends. That person might not be your friend afterwards if you try, but you know what? Bloons Tower Defense. Now, 5 is the best one. Just hands down. Bloons Tower Defense 5 is one of the best games ever made. It has such an insane amount of content. It has a crazy amount of tracks. There's so many different strategies that you can tackle each track with. There's different difficulties. There's extra towers you can unlock. Unfortunately, it does kind of have like microtransactions. I honestly, I'd recommend playing the Steam version. I know this video is about Flash games, but it's also about, you know, remembering Flash games and what they evolved into. Get Bloons Tower Defense 5 on Steam because it has a co-op and you can play it with your friends on your Steam friend list. And I've done this with about 3-4 different friends. Just played through the entire game and unlocked everything because, oh my god, it's so chill. It's so chill. Just whack on like some jingle jam, chill jazz music and play some Bloons Tower Defense with your friends. Maybe while you're wasted too. It's really good. Check out the game. Bloons Tower Defense, you probably played it before. I'd recommend 5 though. 6 is the newest one, but it doesn't have co-op. It's editing Axel here from the future, letting you know that Bloons Tower Defense 6 actually does have co-op. I didn't know that when I was making this video. It came out in July of this year apparently. I'm not going to say whether it's better than 5 because I've not actually played it. You can check the reviews out on Steam for yourself. What I will say though is, now that I know that it does have co-op, have a guess what upcoming YouTube video I'm going to be working on. Stay tuned for Bloons Tower Defense 6 co-op. You can play these on your phone. I think personally of the older ones, 1 is probably my favorite because it was very basic and it's good to get you into the game. I would say if you're playing Bloons for the first time, don't check out 1, check out 5 because it's the best version. It'll teach you the ropes the best.
Frank's Adventure!
Okay, this was the first not safe for work game I ever played. You play as Frank, a guy hired with the ultimate task of collecting 6 items hidden across the land. A daring adventurer is nothing without his treasure, whether it's jiggies, stars, power crystals, eggs, gold bolts, dog tags, scout flies, you name it. Every game's got its collectible, right? Moons in Odyssey, I guess, and the little friends in Breath of the Wild, the little with the maracas. Every game has its collectible, and you ask, what's the collectible in Frank's Adventure? Nudes. Nudes. It's just nudes. Collect 6 nudes. That's the game. This is a series. There's multiple of them. And the objective is to get nudes. This game's amazing. This game's so good. It's like real life. It's the most realistic game I've ever played. You go into the town and some chick is like, yo, have you got some cocaine? And you're like, there you go. And she gives you nudes. It's the most realistic game I've ever played in my life. I feel like this game holds a spot for me because like it was funny. Back in the day, it's like, oh, haha, boobs. But at the same time, it was like one of the first times I ever saw like boobs and stuff. And it was not safe for work. It was the first not safe for work game I ever played. So it probably had a hand in why I'm so weird now. But play it on my website. Do I even have it on my website? Because it's kind of, you know what? I'll put it on my website for this video, even though it's NSFW. And if I put NSFW things on my website, you guys might not be able to play them at school. All games in the description. Don't play this at school, by the way, or at work. I'm not getting in trouble for that. The Grow series. The Grow games are fun little puzzle games where you have to figure out the best route to win the game. It's sort of like real life. It's like how there's many different routes to the singularity in real life. It could be like AI. We could like figure out some way of hacking consciousness and like unlocking infinite knowledge or something. We could just like invent infinite energy. Either way, the Grow series is quite similar. There's loads of different ways of beating the game. Some of them result in the destruction of your entire civilization, and some of them result in all the happy little friends on the cube dancing. It has multiple endings. The goal is to find them all. The music is amazing as well. The music is so good. The music is fantastic. I love this music. Now, the Grow series, some of the games are in Japanese, so you're just going to sort of have to deal with that. Unfortunately, there might be some English translations online. I tried looking for some, but all of the websites were sort of scams. Like Athene. I want one of you guys to make a Flash game. Okay? Whoever's watching right now, friends, make a Flash game and I'll pin it below if you do make one. Give me the link, stick it on my website, and I'll pin it as a comment because everyone should at least once. Alright, next I want to talk about DuckLife. This is another series. This series of games will have you training your duck to be the best duck in the land. Pretty crazy, yeah, you train your duck and then he gets like a beefcake and he can destroy all the other ducks in all the races and the competitions. It's pretty cool. There's 4 main mini games in each game and they all play slightly differently. You got like the flying one, you got like the running one, you got like the swimming one. Each of the mini games work towards building up your duck's trait in that thing. So whether it be flying or swimming or whatever, or running. And yeah, you just sort of max the stats of your duck. You pot your duck, you max it out, you 8-8 your duck. And then you win the world championship and you get like $1 billion. Look at that bird go! I don't know why I wrote that into the script. The Learn to Fly series. This is another series of games about a bird. Don't know why there's 2 on this list. There's a lot of Flash games about birds. Are penguins even birds? Are they birds? They can't fly, right? Because the whole point is learn to fly. I don't know. You make the penguin fly and go really fast. To do this, you upgrade its glider, you upgrade its rocket, you upgrade the thing you launch it off. It's kind of like Toss the Kitty or Kitty Cannon, yeah, or Toss the Turtle. Lots of games about animals being launched for some reason. It's sort of like KSP, but 2D and with a penguin. That's my review. It's a good game. Alright, Red Remover. Now, this was a hard pick. It was either this or Super Stacker, but I had to go with Red Remover because this game might have one of the most simple concepts on the entire list. You click the red thing and it disappears. That's it. You make the green things happy too. It's a physics-based game, and it sort of perfected the genre of physics games because it's like very basic, but it's like it has a physics engine in Flash, and it sort of created an entire genre of games. Physics games, Flash physics games. One of the best games in the physics games genre. I think it's really good. I think you should try it. It's Red Remover. The music in this game is sick too. There's a lot of Flash games with really good music. Another game about red rectangles, because the square is a perfect rectangle or something. I don't know. World's hardest game. I think everyone must have played this at some point. It's a classic to be sure. This game will have you screaming at hitboxes more than CSGO before the patch. The music will drive you insane. It's just, it's frustrating, it's annoying, but everyone has to try this out at some point for some reason. Even though it's frustrating as hell, I guess you have to try and beat it. It's sort of like the unfair platformer. This game is just unfair. It's not fair at all. The hitboxes suck. I remember trying to stream this game and I got so annoyed, and it was fun, and you should play it too, yes. Alright, another absolute classic that you probably played before. The Impossible Quiz. You probably have at least one friend who knows the entire thing off of their head still. Maybe you're that friend. Maybe you could become that friend. Master the quiz so you can look like you know something. So you can look like a smart douchebag in front of all of your friends because you answered all the questions right on a stupid Flash game quiz that no one cares about, but it's also kind of impressive. And then eventually you can like speed through it and you look like a boss. Right now, we're going to talk about my favorite Flash game of all time. Probably the first RPG I ever properly played. That's a good hint. Stick RPG. This game was so good. The concept of just making a character and having it progress and having traits that you would evolve in your character is also you. It was just amazing to me. You know what I mean? Getting a job at McDick's, working your way up the corporate ladder to eventually get a role as a CEO, a very high-paying job, only to do what all rich people do, get a heck ton of money with your salary and put it in a bank and then just sleep on it in your mansion with your Lamborghini and skateboard. For such like a small game, there was so much to do. You could go gambling, you could go to the bar and get into fights and Hadouken people, you could rob the bank, you could rob the store, you could... Oh! There was that weird guy on the answering machine who always said weird things. Like, what are you talking about? It's probably a lawsuit waiting to happen. And Stick RPG 2 was the perfect sequel. It added so much. It added character development for Stickmen. It added so many more jobs. Added a karma system. Well, there already was a karma system, but it refined the karma system. Honestly, Stick RPG 2 is a game everyone has to play as well. It's a shame that, unfortunately, the dev behind these games passed away, but I would love if someone, maybe does anyone still work at XGen Studios? If someone could just pay tribute to how good Stick RPG was by making some kind of spiritual successor. But I think that's just me wishing on stuff that's never gonna happen. So what are your favorite Flash games? I told you all of mine. Stick RPG is probably my favorite. How about you guys? A few honorable mentions. The Unfair Platformer, Bash the PC, Simtown was another really good RPG. Sugar. So many good Flash games. I might even have to make another video. Let me know what your favorite Flash games are in the comments below. Do you agree with my list? If you don't, leave a comment. If you hate me, leave a comment. If you like me, leave a comment. At the end of the day, leave a comment. And thanks for watching. More videos all the time, every week, on Monday, Tuesday, Thursday. What's the other day? Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. I guess that's it. Thanks for watching my stupid Flash Games video. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.